Hi, everybody. Welcome to the No Depression Sessions. We're here at Jaan's house in Nashville right now with William Prince. William, thank you for being here, man.
Happy to be here, Brad. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing fantastic. I really appreciate that you're here in this studio right now. Like I've told you offline before, I've seen your show a number of times so far this year. In small rooms, I saw you at Rockwood Music Hall, bigger rooms, Bowery Ballroom, that party at South by Southwest. So I'm really happy that we're here in this room together.
Right on. Some of them not much bigger than this room. This is great. I'm glad you still want to see me. So that's terrific. Happy to be here.
That's right. And so we're going to share 3 of your songs today. All of them are from Stand in the Joy, the current record. What do you want to start out with first?
Just a tale of how I met my wife-to-be. A song called Tanqueray, just about falling in love, and feels like you're just finding a vibe at a great party, and you don't want it to end. So. She mainly had eyes for the summer, though native to cold mountain air. She was a midnight runner, never belonged anywhere. A war going on in a seashell, searching for a place to belong. Living out her last days in a basement apartment with the curtains drawn. I said it'd be a shame if we didn't take some time to see. Tanqueray on your lips than mine, tattooed cheap red wine, tracing the smile on your face. Tanqueray. Can I meet you one town over so my ex-husband doesn't see? That'd be just the thing to get him riled up, going round, making all sorts of new trouble for me. And I just couldn't leave you alone there, lost in some little town. So I said, give your heart a shake and come with me now. Tanqueray on your lips than mine, tattoo of cheap red wine, tracing the smile on your face. Tanqueray. Oh, Tanqueray. Tanqueray. There in the blur of a brand new love stood all that we were, still holding on to what we deserved and what we believed all along. I said it'd be a shame if we didn't find some way to be. Tanqueray on your lips than mine, tattoo of cheap red wine, tracing the smile on your face. Tanqueray, heaven high in the pine, take a photo for another time. Should we forget how we feel? Oh, Tanqueray. Tanqueray.
Thank you. I love that song. That's so it's a relatively recent development. I mean, less than a year that you've been engaged. Have you found it to be different writing songs now that you've got a partner? You're happy, content in life. She's in the other room. She's fantastic. We just got a chance to meet. Did you ever go for that, the stereotype of like, you've got to be miserable in order to create art? Did your songs ever come from that? And has it been an adjustment now that you got apparently from the outside, a happy and content life, certainly right now at the moment?
Yeah, it's always a work in progress, being with anybody, calibrating to one another. We were two entirely independent, different people before we ever joined our lives. And so to remember a part of that is something I'm trying to always, it's something I've done in my later life. I used to get really wrapped up in love, fall quite heavily and all those things that kind of lend themselves to relationships not being the best for you. I've worked through a couple of those, and mainly because I was so insecure with myself. What do I bring to this picture, and needing some kind of validation before, and maybe if I had a beautiful girlfriend, I would feel better about myself. But what I've learned is that I had to do that on my own. I had to find that satisfaction, that belonging within myself before being with anybody. And I think I got to a point where when I met her, we met each other at just the right time. We were both ready for one another, and it's been a beautiful learning experience, and just so comforting to have a partner, somebody that, we're past the honeymoon stage. I've always been great at the honeymoon stage, and to be in a place where it feels real and we're growing together, learning one another. And I have a 7-year-old son that is just like hers now. She's a great stepmom and a huge help and light in my life. So much so that the record Stand in the Joy is just all about that, about her readiness to choose joy and inspire me to be better than I've been and better than I am each day, and be that way for my son, because I want to leave a legacy of joy and happiness, not just difficulty dealing with these things I've had to deal with, intergenerational trauma, all this heavy stuff, working through loss and love and grief. That was a whole beginning decade for me, and I feel like I'm stepping into something new now that wants to testify, that wants to express and be vulnerable to the goodness that is healthy love that grows and is so much more than just physical attraction and what it means to have somebody here validating me. Rather, it's learning to walk with the utmost respect, consideration for this other person's being and feelings, because she gives me so much, and the least I can do is give her that respect in return, and be a good partner, somebody that's as easy to be around as she can be. And don't get me wrong, she's gonna smile when she sees this, but we definitely test each other too. That's the beauty of it. That makes it feel real, is that in those moments we decide this is worth so much more than walking away from. It's worth choosing. It's worth standing in the joy together here in love and with some sort of peace that we're okay with each other.
Well, I'm very, very glad that you're out in the world spreading that joy that you have found in your life. Not everybody gets there ever. I'm glad that you found it and you're out there spreading it, because I've seen it on big stages. I'm seeing it in here right now, and it's always a real authenticity that connects in the right way. So I'm really glad that you found it and are sharing it as much as it can be.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And there's a lot more joy to be shared right now. There's still 2 songs coming up in this session from Stand in the Joy. What do you want to do next?
Let's do... Well, you know what? I was going to do... Let me go to the one that fits kind of that question you just asked me, just about growing together and being together. One of the things that she told me was, we were sitting around, during 2020, we were doing a lot of retroactive listening, and it was the night that we had just lost John Prine, and we put on his music and celebrated his life and songs, and just the whimsy about them, the humor that John's always had in his songs, very much inspired this next one when she said, "Love is like that. Love, real love, gets easier and harder all the time. It feels. You know, you grow together, you learn one another, and so that's what this song's about. The song's called Easier and Harder." Love's a situation, manifestation, representation of what we like in someone who might go the distance, be blowing in the wind with beginning and the end, over and over again. Well, the truth about love, it don't come all at once, it gets easier and harder all the time. And if you don't give up, when pushing comes to shove, it gets easier and harder all the time. It gets easier and harder all the time. Well, the house that you build will stand for much longer. Leave your ego outside, makes the foundation stronger. If you learn to compromise, it'll spare you some hell. Honey, we just might make it in spite of ourselves. Well, the truth about love, it don't come all at once, it gets easier and harder all the time. And if you don't give up, when pushing comes to shove, it gets easier and harder all the time. Yeah, the truth about love, it don't come all at once, it gets easier and harder all the time. And if you don't give up, when pushing comes to shove, it gets easier and harder all the time. It gets easier and harder all the time. It gets easier and harder all the time. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. It gets easier and harder all the time.
Of all of the amazing artists that have come before, who are contemporaries, would you say that John Prine is your guy? Is he the biggest one that has resonated with you over your lifetime and music career too?
You know, John has always been in the periphery of my music listening ship. I owe so much to my parents, who had great taste, and he was definitely there in the, you know, when I think of the whole legacy, the whole collection of writers that influenced and basically made up my father's music collection that trickled down to me, because, you know, I loved everything he loved, and he played guitar and he sang. He taught me how to do all of this, and John Prine was there. It wasn't until the late resurgence of the Tree of Forgiveness, you know, where everybody kind of brought him back into the focal point and gave him that space to kind of bask in what he had done all that time. And I read a lot of a few interesting stories about, you know, his unique way of being recorded, or the trouble with recording when these are a songwriter's songs sometimes, and putting a band to them. And there's been a lot of really flattering, uplifting compliments about certain characteristics of my songs and singing, and just simple storytelling in a way. You know, he wrote in such an elegant way, taking simple thoughts and making them so, you know, deep as the ocean in a way. And yeah, he was definitely a part of the fabric of my upbringing, and great songwriters that I'd listened to. And it's nice now. I take comfort that most music stores, a music store is somewhere you can go and purchase records. But if you go there and so, if you go to these music stores and buy these albums, you'll often see Prine and Prince right next to each other. So that's a pretty sweet place to be. I never got to meet him, but it feels like we're close because people are always talking about him when they're talking to me about things. So I love that, and maybe that's how it's going to go for me. I've never really thought of this. I love the songs I write. I love where I'm at, but maybe it's going to take me dying one day, and then people will really go back and be like, man, that Stand in the Joy record was great, and he really was saying something, and it's too bad he's gone now, and we can't support him and his family and his tours. The people already do in a huge way, but I don't want to be a posthumous artist. Let's enjoy these songs while I'm alive and enjoying them too, and that's the thing. I admittedly listen to more John Prine now that he's not here, Yeah. And so many of us get back into touch with great music that way, and makes me put ears to the people that we still have, I just sang with Willie Nelson this year, and he just turned 90 and he won't be here forever, and I think of the joy that I got from seeing Merle Haggard live one time, and Christofferson, and just means the world to be a part of any kind of part of that story. I'm a songwriter too, and these are the people I idolize and love, and so I just wanted to shout them out and thank them. And yeah, Prine was huge in my life.
Well, we thank you very much for being here right now. We're very happy that you have chosen to make your music and your stories and your presence part of our thing, and cannot wait to share what you do with our audience. And there's going to be a non-zero amount of people that get turned on to your music for the first time. And I'm sure a lot of No Depression's audience is very aware of what you're doing, but there's going to be somebody out there that discovers it, and that's kind of the point for me. I love it.
Yeah.
So thanks for being here, and
absolutely.
we've got. There's one more song from Stand in the Joy coming up. What do you want to do last today?
I'll do Peace of Mind. Just a song about getting older and minding your business and not creating drama and unnecessary worries for yourself. I it wasn't too long ago that I was always stressing about the little things like keeping my cell phone on and paying rent and such. And I live in such a place of privilege now where music has delivered each and every one of my pretty much wildest dreams and beyond, and takes care of me and my family, and my responsibility is to keep myself healthy and happy and keep working on music that for some reason affects people in a nice way and still is making me feel good. I'm still finding songs, so I should, before I had any of that, I believed I was going to go somewhere with this stuff, that we would end up in this room today. It was all part of the plan. And if I was happy then, and I was able to envision something good for the future, for myself, I should be able to do it a lot easier now that I have any kind of support. People that do buy my music, I was just kidding around, people that support me so well and come to these shows, my shows in Canada that just grow larger and larger, just announcing the biggest tour I've ever done, and going back to Europe for a month in the fall, and just so privileged and blessed with all of that I can keep going. It's a beautiful peace of mind. It's something that I meditated on and prayed for in the moments when I was pawning my guitar for cigarettes and weed back in the day. It's not that way anymore, and I don't have to choose between basic necessity and the thing I love the most, and that's, almost the most, making music, and being loved by my family. So I should enjoy that while I'm here, rather than let it pass. Who knows how long this gift of the present is going to last. So yeah, what's the point? If it all comes to an end and I didn't enjoy it while it was really great, then it was for nothing. So peace of mind is just about that. It's just, can't put a price on it. And I thought that maybe money would solve all my problems, and it didn't. They just multiply and get different variations, but yeah. No, you can't put a price on peace of mind. No, you can't put a price on peace of mind. You will come to a crossroad sometime in your life, but you can't put a price on peace of mind. I don't need a mansion on Wellington, so long as I a mansion on the hill. Give me my eyesight, a voice and hands that till, and I will build my mansion on the hill. But you can't put a price on peace of mind. No, you can't put a price on peace of mind. You will come to a crossroad sometime in your life, but you can't put a price on peace of mind. I don't need a Chevrolet to get around, a rocket with some stickers on the side. Give me my bare feet and I'll walk door to door and stand in the joy where I've never stood before. I will stand in the joy, I will stand in the joy. But you can't put a price on peace of mind. No, you can't put a price on peace of mind. You will come to a crossroad sometime in your life, but you can't put a price on peace of mind. No, you can't put a price on peace of mind. No, you can't put a price on peace of mind. You will come to a crossroad sometime in your life, but you can't put a price on peace of mind. No, you can't put a price on peace of mind. Hey, thanks everybody. Thank you, Brad.
William, thank you so much, man. This has been fantastic. Thanks for the music from Stand in the Joy. And I can't wait to continue seeing you in studios like this and on stages like what I've done before. And whatever you do next, we'll be around doing this.
Yeah, no depression. Thank you. This is great. Thanks for having me. And I love this. Thank you for letting me take up a little space here and share some tunes. That was really great.
It's been our pleasure, man. I'll see you next time.
Next time.